if you're going to have a single-sex space and Girl Guides has chosen to be single-sex, there's no other way to work out who you let in apart from by sex, which is what the Supreme Court found 2 years ago.
It's sad and intolerant, I'm sorry.
There's honestly nothing more satisfying than watching someone walk into a debate completely confident, only to get dismantled in real time when they're finally challenged. And that's exactly what you're about to see here. In this clip, one side tries to push a narrative that sounds good on the surface, but the moment it's actually questioned, it starts falling apart fast. And you can literally see the frustration creeping in. So instead of dressing it up, let's just watch how this plays out. And if you enjoy content that actually cuts through the noise, make sure you're subscribed to the channel.
Phil, BBC, transgender girls told to leave the Girl Guides by September, if they can find them.
Well, I find this really sad, and I mean, what's the problem? This is somebody trying to find a problem out of nothing. There are problems with trans issues. We can probably, all three of us, agree what those problems are. But this isn't one of them. This is just intolerance, because these trans girls, they're just kids. What's
I don't know. Lara, what do you think?
I
Girl
completely
Guides.
disagree. I'm really sorry. Girl Guides is a single-sex space. It was designed that way so young girls have a chance to thrive away from male influence. If you're going to have a single-sex space, and this is a group that often does sleepaway camp, stays in tents, etc., that runs up to 18.
And they're kids, so what's the problem?
Because
What's
a
the problem?
17-year-old biological male in a tent with a girl is probably not
Girls
safe.
are allowed in the Scouts? No?
Well, yes, but the Scouts,
Girls are allowed in the
is not
Scouts?
single-sex.
So you would have one rule for Scouts and one rule for Guides?
It is a really
There could be a reason for that.
So the Scouts went co-ed in the 60s, and they went co-ed because of
Yes.
falling numbers. That was their choice. Girl Guides is not co-ed. It's a girls' camp. If you're saying it should be co-ed, that's a different debate. So currently, under your system, you either have to be a girl or claim to be a girl. Whereas I'm saying if you're going to be single-sex,
There's
you
an
have to
intolerance
be
here, which I
single-sex.
find really sad.
I think
really
it's
sad.
Yeah, but in the end, maybe it's down to Lara to say, because you are the woman in the discussion we're having here.
Yeah, but there's other issues, aren't there?
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
What,
just
like?
treating people with respect and just allowing people to...
I'm sorry, Phil. What about respecting the young women who shouldn't be made to share a tent or share sleeping quarters
What
with
problem-
a biological man?
What problems have they encountered? There's no issue here. Nobody has reported any issues going on, any bad things going
So
on.
we should wait for something terrible to happen
No,
before
we
we
just
mandate their
need to-
single-sex
It's not
space.
about a sexual thing, though, is it? This, I mean, if we're talking about children, isn't it more to do with a culture, I suppose? It's something vaguer than, a boy might attack a girl in a tent.
I think it's both. It's safeguarding and it's cultural. But this is really simple for me. If you're going to have a single-sex space and Girl Guides has chosen to be single-sex, there's no other way to work out who you let in apart from by sex, which is what the Supreme Court found 2 years ago.
It's sad and intolerant, I'm sorry.
Well, it's the law. That's the thing, isn't it? Because the
Well,
Supreme
the law
Court...
is wrong then. What is
But
it?
the Supreme
law's an
Court
ash.
ruled that you go by
I don't
biology.
think it was quite as absolutely clear-cut as that. And what's the problem in allowing... They don't even know how many trans girls there are. So they're just trying to find a problem out of nothing, and it smells of intolerance.
I've read the judgment. The judgment is very, very clear that in the Equality Act, sex means biological sex. It is not a complicated judgment.
But it doesn't say that trans girls can't be in the guides. Sorry.
Okay,
Well, it says
Lara,
that if you want to have a single-sex space, you have to discriminate on the basis of biological sex.
I genuinely don't see how this is even being treated as controversial. What she's saying is straightforward and grounded in common sense. If a space is designed specifically for girls, then the boundaries of that space should reflect that. Simple. What's surprising is how quickly that basic point gets twisted into something it's not. And when you step back, you can see the tension building because one side is trying to dismiss concerns that others clearly take seriously. You can even hear it in the tone. There's frustration there, a sense of being challenged in a way that wasn't expected. But that's what makes debates like this interesting. They force these ideas into the open, and suddenly the conversation isn't so easy to brush aside anymore. Anyway, I'm curious where you land on this. Drop your thoughts below. And if you want more breakdowns like this, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content just like this.